So, I just watched the Wisconsin at Iowa college football game. Wisconsin lost to Iowa 7 to 28 at Iowa. To me, going into this game, it was just like another spot. It was just a spot for a good bowl game. I mean, Northwestern already secured the West Division for the Big Ten. Man, were they disappointed in Wisconsin, of course. So you know I'm a Wisconsin fan. Let me tell you the definition of a Wisconsin team: a great defense and a terrible offense. I mean, the good news is Wisconsin contained Tyler Goodson the first half, but they just could not score. It was just very hard to watch. At halftime, it was 0-6. So I was like, all right, defense is doing what it's supposed to do, but offense is not. I mean, both teams have great O-lines too, just real big, powerful men. There was a costly turnover on downs before half where Wisconsin probably could have scored or at least bring the ball more. Wisconsin's third and fourth offense is terrible when it comes to play calling. It just doesn't make sense to throw a screen pass or an out and easy on third and long, especially. Let me talk about the Iowa's quarterback, Petrus, Spencer Petrus. Yes, he's very interesting. He kind of reminds me of C.J. Beathard, kind of the facial features and style of play, but he's just way more gambling than a gamble thrower than like Nate Stanley, the previous quarterback. He'll make those risky throws, either if it's deep or heavily covered, and he doesn't really care. He just likes to go for the big plays at times, especially if it's to Smith-Marsette. I mean, he's a really great athlete and has real good concentration in terms of getting the ball in his hand. I mean, I don't know I'm not sure. Hopefully he didn't get too injured doing that backflip in the end zone. I mean, I don't like him, honestly. He likes to get into some trouble. He got a DUI this season, and apparently in college football, if you're great and you get a DUI, you only lose one game. Some people lose their license. So I guess that's cool, I guess. But I got to knock it to Wisconsin's defense again because they're just pretty disciplined. They only allowed one penalty in the first half. Not a lot of teams can do that. And as I mentioned, like their offensive play calling is just not very good. They do not have the best pass schemes and just not very creative. Fourth down plays are not good. And when they are, Graham Mertz just doesn't produce. I mean, he didn't on a red zone play in the fourth quarter, which could have made it to a one-score game, but instead he threw for an interception, and at that moment, the momentum was just completely gone. Everyone just lost their confidence. Defense like, screw this sucks. We've done our part. We're out. Graham Mertz is, I'm out too. I mean, and as a result, they got Tyler Goodson, the guy that we contained all first half. He got an 80-yard touchdown run. It's obviously a mental thing in that last drive. It's just they gave up. They just gave up, and then this led to that, and it led to that. I want to say good job to Iowa. It's real hard for me to say it. My throat hurts when I say good job, Iowa. Because I hate Hawkeye fans. They're like cockroaches. You can't just get rid of them. But I just don't want to hate too much. I don't want to hate too much because, yeah, sure, Wisconsin didn't play good, but Iowa won the game because they played good. They were just on top of it offensively and defensively in the last half. And it's not easy to win 6 straight games after taking back-to-back L's beginning of the season. That kind of hurt. That kind of messaged you mentally. So I need to give them props for that. I mean, it's unfortunate you won't represent the Big Ten West. Actually, I'm okay with that. But I understand it must be struggling. You guys probably thought, man, we could be an undefeated team or we could be only a one-loss team because you guys definitely played a lot differently now than the beginning of the season. I mean, after that play I mentioned, when Iowa knew they won, they just ran a train in the Badgers. I love Paul Chryst. He's a very good, I think he's a good coach. He's not a great coach. I mean, I love his honest integrity in a very dirty conference that's the Big Ten with full of scummy-ass dudes. He has produced low talented players into elite college defenses, and I give him props for that. But he's just tone deaf when it comes to offensive play calling and creating these schemes to like get ahead. This I think Wisconsin and Paul Chryst need to do. They just need to hire a new offensive coordinator and then let him do the play calling full time, and maybe get a better quarterback coach because Graham Mertz is not playing anywhere near he was beginning of the season against Illinois. It's like he's completely digressed and turned into exactly like a Wisconsin quarterback always is. Graham Mertz is not like those guys. He is so talented. Patrick Mahomes is giving props because they're playing their buddies now. And something's not going right in the coaching side of things that's degressing him. If Chris can't pull it off this year, pull it off next year, I think it might be time to move on because barely just almost getting there is going to get tiring enough. And I love Wisconsin. I think they're a great program, and I want to see them excel. And this is not a good step in the direction. So I hope you guys have a great off season, make some changes, and we'll restart in the next fall. So appreciate the games. It's hard with COVID, but I'm glad you guys at least showed up. Just not today.